Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Plus on WGRZ Plus. We're working to learn more about a fire this morning in Amherst. The crews responded to the home on Robin Road just before 9 o'clock last night. They arrived to find smoke coming from the side of the house. Firefighters were able to get things under control relatively quickly. One resident was taken to the hospital, though, for smoke inhalation, and a firefighter had to be treated for an injury that's considered minor. Investigators say damage at the house is pegged at about $175,000. The cause remains under investigation. And take a look at this rollover crash on the thruway in Hamburg. The Newton Abbott Fire Department says crews found a person trapped in the car at about 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. They had to go through the passenger side to help get the person out. That person was taken to the hospital. No word yet on their condition nor what caused the crash, but we'll update you once we get more details. It's 9:01 now, and single tracking is now in effect until further notice in the city of Buffalo on the Metro Rail. The NFTA says passengers traveling between the Church and Canal Side stations are being asked to board on the outbound side of the tracks. So if you take the train to the Sabres game, just be aware trains will continue to stop at every station along the line, running about every 20 minutes. Meanwhile, Metrobus Route 8 is operating fare-free between Allen and Canal Side to help riders get around. Happening now in Wyoming County, in Sheldon and Varysburg, a boil water notice has gone into effect because of a loss of pressure. Anyone in the Varysburg Water District is urged to boil water for at least a minute before you use it for drinking, cooking, brushing teeth, or food preparations. The town of Sheldon also posted on Facebook that a water department is working on fixing a leak in the system, and the tank has been shut off while repairs had to be made. Happening today, a 30-year-old murder case in the city of Tonawanda is expected to continue to play out in court. Jury selection is scheduled to begin in the trial of Brian Scott Lorenzo. He and James Pugh were convicted in the death of Deborah Mindel back in 1994. Those convictions were eventually thrown out in 2023 when DNA evidence revealed that the two men were never at the murder scene. This will be the second retrial for Lorenzo. The first one wound up in a mistrial in October. It is now 9:02, and we're working to learn more about this serious crash over the weekend involving 3 cars. Look at that. You can see one of the cars careened off the road and hit a home. This was Saturday morning at the corner of East Ferry and Humboldt Parkway, right off the 33. Police tell us 2 people had minor injuries, and Buffalo police have not indicated what led to the crash nor if any charges will be filed. And yesterday was Easter, and in his first Easter message as the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Leo called for dialogue and peace. In his message, the Pope urged world leaders to turn away from violence and domination. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump is threatening an escalated action against Iran if it doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz. Jen Sullivan has more on the warning and the deadline set for Iran to strike a deal.
Espiritu Sancti.
Pope Leo celebrating his first Easter as pontiff, and as Christians around the world mark one of the holiest days on the calendar, Pope Leo is calling for peace.
Let those who have weapons lay them down. Let those who have the power to unleash wars choose peace, not a peace imposed by force, but through dialogue.
His message comes as President Donald Trump is threatening more attacks on Iran if the Strait of Hormuz does not open. It's a key waterway for roughly 20% of the world's oil. But since the war with Iran began February 28th, maritime traffic has effectively halted. The disruption has caused gas prices to soar to $4.11 a gallon. Trump is threatening to attack critical infrastructure in Iran if a deal isn't reached soon. He posted this message on True Social Easter Sunday saying, quote, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran, and saying open the effing strait.
This is an escalate to try to get a deal. That's not going to get a deal.
Earlier in the week, Trump delivered a primetime address sending this warning to Iran.
If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously.
According to a Truth Social post, Trump has given Iran a Tuesday night deadline to strike a deal and open the Strait of Hormuz or face strikes on its power infrastructure. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And back here in Western New York, hundreds gathered at Our Lady of Victory National Shrine and Basilica for Easter services. This is video from the noon mass in Lackawanna yesterday. Monsignor David LaPuma says it's a time not only for worship, but also a chance to reconnect with faith and community.
This day is a powerful reminder that God never gives up on anyone, that he loves everyone, and he just wants people to open their hearts to him and return to him. You know, if they've drifted away, please come back. But also for all of us, just to rejoice that Jesus Christ truly is with us, and he truly is risen from the dead. And we have to know that in our own struggles, our own crosses, there's always resurrection, there's always new life, there's always new hope, and we have to continue to persevere and do our very best.
And OLV Shrine and Basilica has been a Lackawanna landmark since 1926. All right, 9:06, 34 degrees, and yesterday was Easter, so that means today is, of course, Dingus Day.
Dingus Day.
And a lot of outdoor activities. Hopefully the weather will not be too bad. I know it's not going to be warm.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be, I think it should be fine. It's going to be a little on the cool side. Yeah, there's an opportunity of a few rain and snow showers this afternoon, but everything's a go. Again, not the warmest of days, but right now we've got some sun out there, so it's not half bad. We're on the cool side. We'll call it partly sunny and cool today, with, again, a few showers possible later on as temperatures hover right around 40. Tomorrow, chilly. Snow showers tonight and into tomorrow morning. There might be a minor accumulation out of this, at half of an inch to an inch, and then it's done. Then warmer temperatures mid to late week of this week, with temperatures back into the 60s. Looks like by Thursday into Friday, so it will be getting mild. All right, clouds have thinned across Buffalo, but they're increasing now across Chautauqua County, where might be a few flurries or a little snow shower or rain shower moving through. This little disturbance is going to shove off to the southeast pretty quickly. But as we head into the afternoon, you'll notice a couple of rain and snow showers are possible. Tonight, cool enough that we begin to see some snow showers overnight tonight as temperatures fall into the 20s. And then notice tomorrow, they're the snow showers to start the day, but by mid to late morning, they're done. We'll see some increasing sunshine tomorrow afternoon, all the while temperatures only in the 30s. Yeah, I know. It's going to be a kind of a cool 2 days, but warmer times are ahead. Temperatures today, right around 40 to 41, that kind of thing. And then tomorrow, low 30s, low to mid 30s, with, again, some snowflakes possible in the morning, and then drier weather with some sunshine as we head into the afternoon. So, again, in and out of clouds today. A couple of snow showers are possible, mixed with rain, probably more like a rain shower, given that temperatures will be close to 40. But then tonight, that could mix with some snow up to a half of an inch to an inch. And then for tomorrow, partly sunny, cold, morning snow showers 32. The average is about 50. So we're going to be well below that. But we get to average on Wednesday with some sunshine. In fact, we'll have sunny skies tomorrow afternoon through Wednesday. Thursday, a mix of clouds and sun. Friday, our next opportunity of some rain showers, although it'll be 60. Lawns are going to begin greening up now because we're getting some warmth. We've had the moisture, and overnight lows are milder. So that is something you'll notice by the end of the week. And then next weekend looks mainly dry, Pete, with temperatures in the 50s on Saturday. I would think upper 60s, close to 70 possibly on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm thinking Saturday I may have to mow my lawn. It's
really? Is it
already growing? Yeah.
Mine's still kind of got that cake of leaves and wetness. And the leaves are like paper mache, right? It's just that layer. You know?
Yeah, you probably should have done something in
probably.
the fall, you know.
Yeah, right. I thought we got them all up, but there was some left. Oh, and we took down the boards from our ice hockey rink, Pete.
Yeah.
We got about 1 day of use out of it this season.
I think you're safe without that for now. All right. Thanks, Patrick. All right, stay with us. We are going to take a quick break right now, but we'll be right back with more Daybreak, talking Sabres and a whole lot more Dingus Day. All right, 9:12 now on Daybreak. We're back, and I'm going to dig down and see if I can talk some hockey. I know I usually don't like talking about hockey.
Talk about a subject you know something about.
But talk about a mixed emotion Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, midway during the day, we hear the Sabres clinched a spot, and then break that 14-year playoff drought.
Wah wah.
And they're down 3-0 right away.
The Washington game. Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, tonight is a new night, and I got to say, Brendan Hagel's probably going to have a target on his back, I would think, going into tonight's game against the Lightning, because that last game was a mess. The Sabres came back and won. I think that was one of their best performances of the year. But,
Yeah, one of the
tonight-
best hockey games that we've seen all year long.
Oh,
That was
absolutely.
almost an instant classic. That was the assigned description of it. But yeah, lots to look forward to. And as you mentioned, that kind of mixed reactions. They're hoping to regain that spark tonight against the Lightning. They've had the second half of the season, but not the past two games. Back-to-back regulation losses, the first since December. And while the team was a little glum after giving up 3 goals in the first 6 minutes, outmatched by the Capitals, who are still working for their own playoff spot.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah, we saw Sabres fans out at the airport.
Oh, when they were coming home. This is Saturday
in the pouring
night.
rain.
The pouring rain.
Yep, their
Yeah.
spirits certainly weren't dampened. The weather was. Again, that 6-2 loss, a tough one for the team. We spoke with the Sabres post-game. They found it difficult, really, to celebrate, given their poor defensive play. They felt they left their goalies out to dry there. Sabres star Tage Thompson back on the ice Sunday. He said that plenty of teams make the playoffs every year. While this accomplishment has been a long time coming for a lot of these guys, he's an 8-season Sabre. This is the first time for him. It's up to the team to keep working and making something of this. They were back again at practice on Easter Sunday.
Back at home against a team that, we've been battling with most of the season for that top spot. So it's a great opportunity for us to respond and set the tone that we want. Once you reach that goal, the standards changed for us, and that's no longer the standard. Is just making it. So we got to move on from this trip and get our game back.
Hell of a team. If we play like that tonight, they're going to run us over, run us out of our own building. So hopefully getting back to the Key Bank Center gives us a little bit of a jolt that we need. We're going to come out with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and we're going to try to take it to them.
Yeah, Tuck and Thompson saying their immediate goal is getting their game back before the playoffs. It'll be a good test tonight for them to face off the team currently atop the Atlantic Division, a 2-point lead on the Sabres. The Lightning have, of course, as you mentioned, Hagel, the bout that he had with Rasmus Dahlin in this last game, getting beat up, Dahlin did, and they're going to be fighting for him, no doubt, tonight at 7 o'clock when the puck drops. That last time they met, 15 goals, 100 penalty minutes, 102, I think, was the exact mark.
And they were down 3 goals in the midway through that third period, and it was, oh my God,
Still
just reliving.
fought back, yeah.
Oh,
It was the best game I've
he was there.
It was just incredible.
You wanted to see that on Saturday almost. They had a little bit of momentum building, but couldn't get the opportunities.
And there's so many things to work on, and hopefully they can get it up, because they're the little things, and they add up. But one thing that does concern me is about 3 months ago, Alex Tuck said, our goal is to win the Stanley Cup, not just to make the playoffs. I haven't really heard that coming out of that locker room lately. So I think they got to get back to that mentality. That's when that seems to be when the switch flipped, So
when they begin to believe, Stanley Cup, wow, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
A little adversity. You gotta face it head on.
It's the same team, and you might say it's a good time to get that slump out of the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Get it out of the way and start rolling to the playoffs. All right, thanks, guys. And speaking of the playoffs, the Buffalo Bandits also clinched a playoff spot the same day the Sabres did. But man, talk about a game. This thing was a was just domination. The Bandits won 15-5 against the Vancouver Warriors, who are now tied for top in the league. And so the back-to-back champs now have a shot of making history, and they could become the first team in National Lacrosse League history to win 4 straight championships. There's just home games left. So Saturday's game against the Nighthawks should be a good one. Game time, 7 o'clock, and they not only beat them on the scoreboard, but it was also it was a fight-filled affair as well. There wasn't a lot of Easter love going around on Saturday night at KeyBank Center.
Yeah, the Marvel jerseys they had on too were pretty nice.
Yeah,
it was the first night for that, and good to see them make use of them.
Yeah, so let's keep it going, boys. And this week also returned to normalcy for the Bills. That's right, the team will officially start off-season workouts. These will be the first significant team activities under new head coach Joe Brady. While the team will spend most of their time participating in meetings, some lifting, rehabbing, it is also the first step in Brady officially implementing his vision for the team as they move on from Sean McDermott.
We're going into year 1, right? Not year 10, right? And I need the guys to understand that. But you can't assume anything, right? Like, I can't be like, hey, man, Buffalo's had a good culture, we're good. I'm just like, no, we got to start this from ground zero, from the jump, from the start. It's not just, hey, last coach out, Joe Brady in, and business as usual, right? So I have to continue to grow this culture, and what that looks like is going to be a product of all of us kind of coming together and figuring that out.
All right, again, workouts start tomorrow. The next step will be voluntary mini camp with it starting on April 20th. But
the draft on the 23rd, as we were just discussing as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see where the team heads.
Well, with the one thing that it's like, don't reinvent the wheel. I mean, this is a good football team. I mean, you don't need to start from square one.
We've got a lot of good pieces. You're right. It's like
finessing, fine-tuning.
Right. I feel like we're one
role switching up, perhaps.
One good wide receiver away, or maybe just another good defensive player. And this team is awesome.
I know, and I know a new head coach wants to put his stamp on it.
Absolutely, I get it.
But you know what a great stamp would be?
What?
A Super Bowl in the new stadium.
Yeah,
that would be a great
that'd
stamp.
Be pretty incredible.
That's all right. And it's also going to be a big night ahead for college basketball. Started out with 68. We are now down to just 2 teams. March Madness will wrap up with the men's national championship game, number 1 against number 2, Michigan versus UConn. UConn's looking to become the first team to win 3 national championships in 4 seasons since UCLA did it 10 in 12 seasons from 64 to 1975. 10 wins, 10 championships in 12 seasons. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Michigan is looking for its 2nd national championship and the first since 1989. We'll also be keeping a close watch on Niagara Falls native Roddy Gale Jr. He is proven to be a pretty reliable contributor for the Wolverines off the bench, and he turned some heads with that amazing dunk over a 7'2" center from Arizona on Saturday, helping Michigan secure their spot in the national championship game.
How do you dunk over a 7'2" guy?
I think you dunk around him.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. Well, it helps if he doesn't jump too. So
yeah.
Might be able to make. There was
Maybe
one
you do
picture.
the leap over the shoulders thing. Yeah.
Tony Mazziello, the former Buffalo mayor, played for Canisius, and I found a picture of Bob Lanier from Olean skying right over top of him, taking a jump shot, and Tony's head is right about here on this. And Tony Mazziello is probably 6'4"-ish. I mean, takes a while takes a lot to make him look small. But college basketball is it's so fun this time of year. And I can't remember the last time we had a 1 against 2.
I know. It's been a while.
The tournament has been a little more calculated this year.
Right.
The top seeds have really, they're really the top seeds this year. But,
Las Vegas doing its job, right?
Yeah, indeed. UCLA, winning last night as well, beating South Carolina. That was
They
the game
killed
for the
them.
women. Yeah, killed them, really.
Right.
71, I think.
Right.
They dominated.
So you were growing up out that way for that whole UCLA run.
I was there.
You were
No. If UCLA was on the run in the late 80s, I was across the street at another.
60s to
I thought it was 88 to 89. Oh, that was the last time Michigan won.
Right.
Yeah, UCLA was in. Yes, I was not quite across the street at another Los Angeles school. But yeah, that was, UCLA basketball was just dominant, whereas USC basketball was never. Great sports college, university, but basketball was never really their thing.
There's some pretty good football players, though.
A couple.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, but we will be back with more Daybreak on the other side. 9:24 now on Daybreak, and you know it's the day that Buffalo is decked out in red. Dingus Day celebrations will soon be underway in the historic Polonia district. Spring cheer, polka music, plenty of squirt guns and pussy willows. It's a celebration of Polish pride, laughter, community, and a little bit of food and drink as well. Daybreak's Natalie Foss is downtown Buffalo with more.
Happy Dingus Day here in the city of Buffalo. I'm here at Hofbrauhaus where there will be plenty of celebration today, celebrating the Polish holiday both before and after the parade. And there's a whole list of events going on throughout the day for you to enjoy, starting with a Easter Monday Mass at 11 o'clock at Corpus Christi Church, the Dingus Day Dash at 5K at noon, and plenty of pre- and post-parade parties at bars and restaurants in the area. Almost every event happening today includes Polish food and Polish music. People from all over the country and Canada have traveled to Buffalo to partake in the Dingus Day festivities, telling us that this is something they didn't want to miss.
This has been on our bucket list, and we are here for Dingus Day for our first time, and we're really excited.
A friend of ours told us.
Probably about the last 10 years or so, and because of family commitments, we were really never able to take off Easter to come here because it's so far we have to travel. So this year we let everybody know we were not going to be here for Easter dinner, and we're going to Dingus Day.
Many of the events and activities are included with a Pussy Willow Pass, which is $15. You can buy it at any register at Tops, or if you want to pay as you go, you can do that as well. And there's also going to be shuttles that are traveling throughout the city over to Polonia, and they run until 10:30 tonight. So there'll be plenty of celebrating into the evening. On your side at Hofbrauhaus, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
All right, thank you, Natalie. And Saturday, Hofbrauhaus was packed.
Was it?
It was a pre-Dingus Day party with the band Those Idiots. Fantastic. It gets you into the Dingus Day spirit.
I love it.
And,
that's the name of the band, Those Idiots.
Those Idiots, and they are fantastic.
And they're like, bring it on.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love that name.
Well, a Western New York family is also keeping another Easter time tradition alive. Check. Don't really understand the music connection, but this video was shared with us by Grace Garbo. The family says it took 25 pounds of butter, 5 hours, and many hands to create this traditional butter lamb. You can see the step-by-step process. They say it stands as a symbol of celebration and heritage. Man, that's a pretty
Making
good...
the little curls on that dog.
Yeah.
It's not been easy.
And I'm sure everyone's sitting there going, all right, no one eats the butter. No one eats the butter. So.
Very cool.
All right. So anyway, we've got the Artemis II astronauts. We're going all across the board.
They saw the dark side over the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, they have officially entered the moon's cosmic neighborhood, crossing into the lunar sphere of influence for the first time in more than 50 years. NASA says it's a major milestone as the Orion capsule swings around the moon, set to travel further from Earth than any humans in decades. Over the next several hours, the crew will study never-before-seen parts of the lunar surface, take photos, and witness a solar eclipse from space. It'll be a historic view of the moon like no one's ever seen it. All right, back here on Earth.
That's incredible. I mean, the farthest they've ever been, humans, and I just wonder what the feeling is. The farther they go out, like, okay, we're not tethered to the Earth. We're like floating away, farther away. And if something were to happen, I mean,
Well, I guess they're fighting the gravitational pull all the way to the other side of the moon, and then it's almost a slingshot.
Isn't that crazy?
Around.
Right.
That's wild.
Oh, I love that. It's amazing. But to think, they got a view of the moon that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah.
I'd love to see pictures of that.
Of the creatures back there.
Can you imagine? There's like a full civilization.
That would
Club
be
Med.
so wild, eh? All right. Well, and here, back here on Earth, Jackie and Shadow, the beloved bald eagle pair in California, hatched their first chick of the year near Big Bear Lake Saturday night. I saw this all over my social media feeds. After 36 hours of effort, the little eaglet finally broke free, captured live on Friends of Big Bear Valley's cameras. The second egg also appears to have hatched, and for now, the two are just being called Chick 1 and Chick 2. I think they should get a little more creative.
I think there's got to be, yeah. Let's get some great minds on that. And
some eagle names.
Right. What's a good eagle name?
Jaworski.
There you go.
Ron Jaworski.
Ron Jaworski.
Okay, we got one of them. Jaws is one of them for sure.
That's funny. Yeah, that's cool. And that, I mean, the camera, I mean, I'm sure people, like you said, are just fixated on it.
Yeah, think about the technology. We could be seeing the dark side of the moon in one moment, and then eagles across the country being hatched.
Right. Very cool.
Amazing. All right. Well, we're going to say goodbye for this Monday, Dingus Day edition of Daybreak on WGRZ Plus, 9:29. Have a great Dingus Day.